Every single morning, you are handed a blank page. What you choose to do with those first waking hours shapes your mindset, your biology, and ultimately your future. You don't need to chase success. It starts chasing you when you train your brain to operate with purpose and discipline. Your morning isn't just a routine, it's the ignition switch for your entire nervous system. It programs your focus, your energy, your resilience, and your confidence. And the greatest truth is this: if you want to rewire your brain for success, it starts before the world even wakes up. The first thing you do when you open your eyes is a signal to your brain, either chaos or clarity. Exposure to natural sunlight within minutes of waking isn't just good advice, it's neurobiology. That light triggers a powerful cascade in your brain. Cortisol rises, dopamine starts to move, and your internal clock resets. Your system gets the message that it's time to activate. You become more alert, more focused, more ready to act. This single act anchors your circadian rhythm, stabilizes your mood, and sets the tempo for peak performance. Most people skip it, the successful don't. Then comes movement. You don't need to run a marathon at sunrise, but your body and brain are one system. When you move, you release endorphins, you sharpen cognitive function, and you break through mental fog. Movement teaches your nervous system that you are not in a passive state. You are ready, engaged, and commanding the day, not reacting to it. The brain loves motion. It rewards it with clarity, creativity, and momentum. Next is intention. Without clarity, the mind wanders. But when you sit, even for 5 minutes, in quiet reflection, journaling, or breath work, you begin directing your thoughts. You move from scattered to centered, from reactive to responsive. You teach your brain to organize chaos into clarity, to anchor into values instead of noise. This is where purpose is reinforced, not by accident, but by design. Fuel matters. The first thing you put into your body in the morning teaches your brain what kind of energy to expect. High sugar, low nutrient chaos, or something that supports focus and longevity. What you feed yourself isn't just about health, it's about training your brain to optimize performance. And above all, do something difficult early. Cold exposure, a challenging task, a tough conversation, whatever it is, lean into it. Because the moment you face discomfort, you teach your brain that stress does not own you. You build resilience, grit, and mental toughness before the day throws anything at you. And that is the foundation of real confidence, not comfort, but capability. Rewiring your brain isn't magic, it's mastery. It's the result of small, intentional, repeated actions done when no one is watching. Success doesn't respond to wishes, it responds to wiring, and your morning is the most powerful time to shape that wiring into strength, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. The first moments after you wake up set the tone for your entire day. One of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can incorporate into your morning routine is exposing yourself to natural sunlight as soon as possible. This isn't just a piece of advice, it's rooted in how your brain and body function. The sunlight you receive within the first 30 minutes of waking directly influences your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates your sleep-wake cycles. Exposure to sunlight triggers a surge in the production of cortisol, the hormone that helps you feel awake and alert. This is a jolt of anxiety. Rather, it's a natural way of priming your brain and body for focus, energy, and clarity. Sunlight also stimulates the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter linked to mood regulation. When you get that early exposure to light, you're boosting your mood, setting yourself up to be in a positive, energized state rather than fighting the grogginess that comes from staying in a dark room. Your brain and body are interconnected. What you do with your environment directly affects how you feel and how well you perform mentally. The impact of sunlight isn't just psychological, it's physiological. When you expose your eyes to natural light, it triggers signals in the brain that regulate melatonin production, which helps you sleep later on in the evening. This means that by getting sunlight in the morning, you're ensuring that your body's internal clock stays in sync, helping you get better quality rest and wake up feeling more refreshed. The light in the morning also helps reduce your risk of feelings like stress, anxiety, and fatigue because it resets the brain's systems to a more natural state. Yet so many people overlook this simple habit, especially in our modern world where we often wake up in artificial light or even avoid the outdoors. Taking the time to step outside, stand by a window, or simply sit in the light for even a few minutes can completely shift the way your brain operates for the rest of the day. It's a small but powerful habit that recharges you from the inside out, giving you the mental clarity, focus, and energy you need to take on the day with purpose. Of this, movement in the morning is one of the most powerful ways to jumpstart both your body and brain for the day ahead. Many people have the tendency to hit snooze or spend the first few hours sluggishly easing into their routine, but doing so deprives your mind and body of a crucial boost. When you engage in even the simplest physical activity shortly after waking up, you activate your nervous system, and this early movement sends an immediate signal to your brain that it's time to function at its best. Physical activity, even if it's just light stretching or a short walk, triggers the release of endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. This gives you an instant mood boost and combats feelings of fatigue or low energy. More than just enhancing your mood, these endorphins improve cognitive function, sharpen focus, and increase mental clarity. The act of moving also accelerates blood flow, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your brain and muscles, improving alertness and making you feel more present and engaged. The mental benefits of movement are undeniable, but the impact on your physical health is equally important. Regular morning activity boosts your cardiovascular health, increases stamina, and builds long-term resilience. Even light movement helps to stabilize your blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity, which is crucial for sustained energy throughout the day. When you move, your body becomes an engine that fuels your mind, is no longer sluggish or weighed down by the pull of sleep inertia. One of the most critical aspects of incorporating movement into your morning routine is that it doesn't have to be intense. You don't need to run 5 miles or engage in high-intensity workouts to reap the benefits. The key is consistency. Whether it's yoga, stretching, light cardio, or simply walking, the act of engaging your body each morning prepares you for whatever the day throws at you. It creates a pattern of action, setting the tone that your day is about intentionality and focus. When you begin your day with movement, you set yourself up for a productive, energized day. Your body and mind become synchronized, and you activate both your physical and mental strength. In doing so, you make the rest of the day much easier to navigate because you've already given yourself the most essential resource, energy. The power of intentionality in the morning cannot be overstated. When you wake up, your mind is flooded with countless thoughts, tasks, and responsibilities, which can easily lead to overwhelm. However, taking just a few moments to pause, reflect, and set an intention for the day can drastically shift the trajectory of your day. This habit is more than just writing down goals or creating a to-do list. It's about actively directing your mental energy toward what truly matters. By taking even 5 minutes each morning to sit in stillness, reflect on your priorities, and mentally map out your day, you train your brain to be proactive rather than reactive. You create clarity in a world filled with distractions. This intentional moment of reflection helps you step out of the noise of external demands and focus on what's most important for your personal success. It allows you to mentally rehearse what you need to accomplish, visualize success, and prepare your mind for challenges that may arise. When you consciously choose what to focus on, you avoid being swept away by every incoming distraction. The world will continue to throw tasks and unexpected events your way, but by setting an intention, you give your brain a guide. You teach yourself to be aware of the signals that lead you toward productivity and away from distractions. Intention also promotes mindfulness, which helps you stay calm and composed, even when things don't go according to plan. Incorporating this habit into your mornings can be done through journaling, meditation, or simple mindfulness exercises. Even taking time to breathe deeply and ground yourself in the present moment shifts the way your brain processes information. You're teaching it to see clarity and purpose rather than reacting impulsively to whatever is in front of you. This simple act of creating intention also helps you stay aligned with your long-term goals and values. It reminds you of your why and aligns your actions with your deeper purpose. By taking the time to set an intention each morning, you're setting your brain up for success. You create a clear pathway that reduces mental clutter, increases productivity, and helps you face each day with direction and focus. The food you consume first thing in the morning isn't just about satisfying hunger. It plays a pivotal role in shaping how your brain and body function throughout the day. What you eat directly impacts your cognitive abilities, focus, and energy levels. And when you start your morning with the right fuel, you are essentially priming yourself for success. Many people grab a quick sugary snack or opt for coffee without considering the nutritional value, but this can lead to energy crashes and brain fog later in the day. The first meal you eat in the morning should be designed to support mental clarity, sustained energy, and overall brain health. A nutrient-dense breakfast that includes protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates gives your brain the building blocks it needs to function at its best. Protein is particularly important because it provides amino acids that are essential for neurotransmitter production. Neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin are responsible for regulating mood, motivation, and cognitive function. By feeding your brain with high-quality protein in the morning, you ensure that your brain has the necessary fuel to stay alert, focused, and sharp throughout the day. Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, nuts, and seeds, provide long-lasting energy and help with brain cell communication. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, have been shown to improve memory, enhance learning, and support overall brain health. These fats not only help stabilize blood sugar levels, but also aid in reducing inflammation, which is crucial for maintaining mental clarity and preventing brain fog. Complex carbohydrates, on the other hand, are important because they release glucose into your bloodstream at a steady rate, providing a continuous supply of energy. Foods like whole grains, oats, and vegetables help keep your blood sugar stable, preventing the sharp spikes and crashes that can derail your focus and productivity. By choosing whole foods over processed options, you avoid the roller coaster of energy highs and lows that can leave you feeling sluggish and unfocused. Well, the first meal you consume in the morning should act as a powerful tool for brain optimization. It's not about quick fixes or empty calories. It's about creating a foundation of mental and physical energy that will carry you through your day with focus, resilience, and clarity. The right nutrients set the stage for high performance, ensuring that you're not just surviving the day, but thrive. Facing discomfort early in the morning is one of the most powerful ways to build resilience and mental toughness. It may seem counterintuitive at first. Why would anyone want to start their day by intentionally making things harder? But embracing discomfort, whether physical or mental, sets the tone for how you approach challenges throughout the rest of the day. It primes your brain to expect difficulty and teaches it to respond with perseverance rather than avoidance. One of the simplest ways to incorporate discomfort into your morning routine is through cold exposure. A cold shower or a few minutes of cold water immersion activates your body's stress response in a controlled manner, forcing you to adapt to discomfort. This triggers a release of adrenaline and endorphins, which help improve mood and alertness. Over time, cold exposure increases your tolerance for stress and strengthens your resilience. The first few moments of shock are uncomfortable, but the immediate benefits are clear. You feel more awake, focused, and invigorated, ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. However, discomfort doesn't always have to come from cold water. It could mean tackling a challenging task early in the morning, something you've been putting off or that feels outside your comfort zone. This could be a difficult conversation, starting a project that requires significant effort, or engaging in a task that requires high levels of focus and discipline. By taking on these challenges first thing, you prove to yourself that you can handle hard things. You set a mental precedent that discomfort is not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace as part of your growth. This habit not only strengthens mental fortitude, but also helps to break the cycle of procrastination. When you face something difficult right away, you gain a sense of accomplishment that fuels your confidence for the rest of the day. It teaches your brain that even in discomfort, you are capable of moving forward. It shifts your mindset from one of avoidance to one of proactive engagement with challenges. When you consistently face discomfort early in the day, you strengthen your ability to handle adversity with grace. You are telling your brain that challenges do not define you, they are opportunities for growth. By confronting discomfort instead of shying away from it, you unlock a new level of resilience that allows you to not only survive the day, but thrive in it, no matter what obstacles arise. Success is not built on grand moments of achievement alone. It's constructed in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. The most successful people are not those who wait for motivation to strike or for perfect conditions to arise. Instead, they build their success through repetition of small, intentional actions that compound over time. These actions, often simple but deliberate, rewire your brain for success by creating neural pathways that align with your goals and values. Each morning presents an opportunity to set the stage for the kind of day you want to have. By focusing on the simple yet powerful habits that support your mental and physical well-being, you train your brain to act in a way that's aligned with your long-term objectives. Small habits such as waking up at a consistent time, hydrating, making your bed, or practicing gratitude may seem trivial on their own, but when practiced daily, they create a foundation of discipline and purpose. The consistency of these actions sends a message to your brain that you are someone who follows through, who is committed to progress, no matter how small the steps may seem. When you repeat these actions day after day, you build momentum, and momentum is what drives long-term success. Each action reinforces the belief that you are capable, disciplined, and in control of your life. These habits don't just impact your productivity, they influence your mindset. By focusing on small wins each morning, you shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, from helplessness to empowerment. You become someone who sees the value in every small task and recognizes that no effort is wasted, no matter how minor it may seem. As you continue to build this habit of small intentional actions, your brain begins to seek out more opportunities for success. The neural circuits that support discipline, focus, and productivity become stronger, making it easier for you to take consistent action and achieve bigger goals over time. Success becomes a natural extension of who you are and how you operate. It is no longer something you chase. It is something that happens because you have created the right environment in your brain through the small, consistent actions that are done with purpose. These daily actions are the building blocks of success. They rewire your brain to thrive on discipline, focus, and resilience. Success, therefore, is not a far-off destination. It is woven into the fabric of your everyday life through these small but powerful habits. Success isn't reserved for the lucky or the naturally gifted. It's forged in the quiet moments of discipline and intention. The way you start your day sets the course for the way you live. By prioritizing habits like exposure to natural light, movement, setting intention, nourishing your body, embracing discomfort, and committing to small, consistent actions, you create a foundation for sustained growth and success. And these seemingly simple practices work together to rewire your brain, shifting it from autopilot mode to one of purposeful action and resilience. Every small habit compounds, and over time, they shape not just your mornings, but your entire life. Success is not a single event, but a product of the daily choices you make. By mastering your mornings, you are mastering your destiny.